Hi, and welcome to Filipino Diaries. If you're wondering what kind of men Filipinas truly find attractive and which traits don't exactly win us over, you're in the right place. How do we feel about body hair, tattoos, public displays of affection? Does being a great lover matter? Will a bald head turn us off? The Filipina you're with might not always tell you the whole truth, but I will. Get ready for the good, the bad, and yes, even the bald. Are you in a long-distance relationship with a Filipina you've never met? Already in a relationship? Married for years? No matter where you stand, wouldn't you love to know how to make the best impression on the woman you're interested in? Here's the truth. Not everything about you will make your Filipina swoon. That's just life. And in the Philippines, we have a word for that. Reality. Cultural norms shape what we find attractive. And some things might be seen differently here than in your country. But before I dive in, let's get one thing out of the way. Because someone somewhere is bound to say, "You're wrong. My Filipina loves it when I snore so loud it shakes the bed." Well, congrats. You're the exception. But maybe, just maybe, that's the only movement your bed is getting. And she's too polite to mention it. Now, will everything I say apply to every Filipina? Of course not. But it does to most. And to give you real insight, I have to generalize. Kind of like if someone asked, what does foreign guys like? On second thought, don't answer that. I think I already know. Let's talk looks. What most Filipinas really think. Body hair? Asians generally have less of it. So a guy with a thick mat of back hair can be overwhelming. If it's too much, it can feel like dating a dog. While some don't mind, most Filipinas prefer a cleaner look. But too much is subjective. Facial hair? A neatly trimmed beard or mustache can be attractive. I like it myself. But most Filipinas favor a clean-shaven face, probably because it's what we're used to. Gray hair? In some cultures, it screams fading virility. But tell that to Richard Gere. He's had more action than an officer and a gentleman. Here, gray hair signals maturity, which we respect. So no, it's not a deal breaker. And if you don't like it, just dye it. Bald, whether by choice or necessity, it's not a common sight here, so it's not widely considered attractive. Most Asian men keep their hair, even if they age, and most Filipinas prefer their partners to do the same. Big muscles? You might think they're universally attractive, but many Filipinas actually find overly muscular guys intimidating. In the West, some women see a perfect physique as a sign of vanity. Here, it's just unfamiliar. Gym culture isn't huge, so we're used to slimmer, less built men. That doesn't mean we're into couch potatoes, but the muscles you worked so hard for might not have the same wow factor here. Unless your Filipina is into fitness too. Overweight? In some cultures, extra pounds signal wealth and status. Not here. Fat is just that. Filipinos are generally less judgmental about body types, but if you want to make the best impression, down the burger and hit the gym. Cologne? A little goes a long way. Many Filipinos love a good scent, so you won't retell anyone, as long as you don't overdo it. Hygiene? Essential. Deodorant? Yes, please. Bad body odor? Absolutely not. And let's talk about toilet habits. Westerners tend to rely solely on toilet paper, but here, we use a tebo or bidet for thorough cleanliness. If you embrace that habit, trust me, your Filipina will appreciate it. Cleanliness from head to toe? Now that's attractive. Tattoos? Generally accepted, especially on men, but not as common here. Ink gives off a bad boy image, and since Filipino culture values subtlety, you won't see as many tattoos as in the West. Will your Filipina accept your skull sleeve? Probably, but don't expect her to get one herself. Piercings? Aside from earrings, body piercings are rare. While most Filipinas won't judge, few actually prefer them. And as for below-the-belt piercings, let's just say if you surprise her with rings, hoops, or beads down there, don't be shocked if she starts looking for the nearest exit. Circumcision? Here's the truth. Filipino men are almost always circumcised, so most Filipinas have never encountered anything else. It won't send us running, but it's different, and let's be honest, most of us would rather not have to adjust to something new. At the end of the day, attraction is subjective. Some Filipinas love tattoos, muscles, or even a bit of mystery under the sheets. But if you want to appeal to the majority, now you know what works and what might make her raise an eyebrow. Now, let's talk about personality and dating etiquette. What Filipinas actually find attractive. When it comes to personality, culture plays a huge role in what's attractive and what's downright obnoxious. Rule number 1, don't brag. Talking about your wealth, possessions, or success is a major turnoff. Sure, your Filipina might smile politely while you ramble about your third yacht, but unless she's a gold digger, that smile isn't genuine. We admire humility, what we call a cowboy personality. Low maintenance, easygoing, and able to handle problems without throwing a fit. Rule number 2, strict isn't a compliment. If your Filipina calls you strict, she's not praising your discipline. She's saying you're rigid and uptight. Confidence is attractive. Control is not. Nobody wants to feel like they have to walk on eggshells around you. So relax. Be a cowboy. Rule number 3, stay cool, stay classy. Filipinas aren't fans of loud, aggressive, or confrontational behavior, especially in public. Yelling, pointing fingers, or making a scene, huge embarrassment. Same goes for cursing. Sure, Westerners throw the F-bomb into every sentence, but here, dropping it in casual conversation, especially in public, just makes us uncomfortable. For dating etiquette, who cares? Simple, you do. Unless she's a city girl who insists on splitting, your Filipina will expect you to cover the check. And considering your dinner probably costs more than her weekly salary, if she has a job, don't even ask, just pay. At the end of the day, a good impression isn't about changing who you are, it's about understanding what we value. And now, you do. Sarcasm, use with caution. Western humor thrives on teasing and sarcasm, but here, not so much. Ever made a witty remark only to be met with a blank stare or worse, a horrified look? That's because many Filipinas take words at face value. The quickest way to recover? Say joke lang. Just kidding. Learn this phrase right after Salamat. You'll need it more than you think. Skip the relationship history. In the West, discussing past relationships is normal. Here, not so much. Most Filipinas prefer to leave the past in the past, especially any bad experiences. Sure, some are open about it, but many would rather focus on building something new. So if she's not offering details, don't push. Public display of affection, less is more. If the date's going well and you're tempted to steal a kiss, pause. Public displays of affection are usually kept subtle. Even if she's into you, an unexpected kiss in public could embarrass her. Let her set the pace. If she's comfortable holding hands, you'll know soon enough. When things get intimate? So after a few days, things are heating up and you're wondering if you should show off your skills. Well, here's a warning. If there's one thing Filipinas dislike more than a bald, loud, tattooed guy who curses too much, it's a chick boy, our version of a player. If you come off as too smooth, too rehearsed, or too experienced, it's a turnoff. Most Filipinos aren't looking for a Casanova. We just want someone genuine. So relax, it's you we're interested in, not a guy who treats romance like a sport. Now you know what could go wrong. Now that you're armed with insider knowledge, go out there and make a great impression. And if things don't go quite as planned, drop a comment. I'm sure the story will be gold.